we're gonna get right into it. Is Far Rockaway Beach racist? So I recently put up a post, word for word. Does anybody know any black women photographers that live in Rockaway? I know it's incredibly specific, but I have an upcoming project and I would like to give work in that direction. Alright. Granted, when I read to you the comments, right, this made me realize that Rockaway is a little racist, like high key. Like I've grown up, I've been here my whole life, I was born and raised here. But there's two sides to Rockaway, and I think everybody in Rockaway can attest to that. Rockaway part from like, maybe it's like 1/16 and up, or maybe even, I would say 1/16 and up is all, it's like a different side of Rockaway. We don't consider them Far Rockaway at all. It's actually Rockaway. And growing up on the other side of Rockaway where the black folks, where the black folks live, it's apparent that, you know, we don't live on the same side of Rockaway. And anybody here can attest to that, for real. So essentially there's this Facebook group chat, it's called Friends of Rockaway Beach. People post about their dog pooping on the sidewalk. Essentially it's just like a group chat for like people of Rockaway to be in, like a group chat, right? It's a huge group chat. I posted the skate school in there. I posted businesses that I've been making in Rockaway in this group chat. When I posted the status, I was genuinely looking for a black female photographer for a commercial I was trying to do, or a video I was trying to do. That's when I say commercial, sometimes I feel like people feel like it's super professional, but it was a video, you know, it was paid. Like I had $300 to give the person who would be in this video, and I don't feel like $300 is like an extraordinary amount of money. But what the white folks were mad. I'm just start from the top, right? Should I post their names? Screw it. Eileen, right? Eileen sends me a private DM on the same message saying, if you can transcend race and just consider an excellent amateur photographer from Far Rockaway. And then she gives me a name. She's really capable. She's a great eye on professional equipment. I think she lives in the 50s. She won the Rockaway Times photo contest more than 2 years ago. Be open, she tells me, and think about using somebody local in capital. See, I'm the type of guy, I usually like to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? In this scenario, I was like, maybe I should have worded better the post so it wouldn't come off as racist. Right? I'm black, I'm looking for another black person to give work to it. Every other black person is going to be like, hoorah, right? Yeah, thank you for looking out for your fellow citizen. Your fellow... Okay, Eileen. Jimmy Jurasi, right? Yeah, I'm calling everybody out. Best photographer, most reasonable photographer, available on a certain day photographer, technologically advanced, y'all get it, right? He goes on the list of saying that I should be looking for a photographer not based on their race. See, the thing is, I'm not one of those black folks who like try to go hoorah and try to get involved in racial debates and stuff like that. I know people who are like that, and they absolutely enjoy doing it. Like every time somebody says something wrong, they're like, no, it's they. How dare you address her as her? You know, those people. I'm not that type of person. Me, I seen it, I was like, oh, maybe I did something wrong, right? Maybe I should have clarified in the post that this was for a special project. But then I looked at it again, I said, I definitely did. I said I'm looking for a black female photographer for a project, and I would like to give some work in that direction. But they read the word black and got mad. They said, how dare I be looking for a black photographer? Never mind a black female photographer. Pearl. Yet you wonder why racism still exists in 2022. If a white person posted asking for a white photographer, there'd be riots. Now, I don't really feel like I need to comment on every single one of these. I just feel like I'm the type of guy, I'm just going to bring it to the attention. Like, this is what's going on. Like, there's two Rockaways. There's a side that, you know, is for the minorities, and there's a side for, like, the people that aren't minorities, and these folks that are in these comments. So if a white person was asking for a white photographer, there'd be riots. People do it all the time. Casting calls. I'm looking for a white male ages 23 through 40. Right? LaDonna, one of the most racist comments I have seen lately. Jack says, I identify as a black woman. And Lindsay is looking out for y'all jobs. She said, please be careful on what you comment on this post, especially if you have a job or pension. She looking out for the white folks. Joanna, she says, Joanna says, I'm not black. I'm not white. I am just me. Joanna. If anybody needs a regular human being photographer, and she sends a highly edited photo of a child that with a chair in the back. Like, bro, what? This is not even what I was. This is not even what. And I hate people who put like their logo in like huge font in the photo. Like I feel like photographer is like a niche. You can't really, if you tag the photo, it gotta be in the photo. You know what I mean? Within an edit or something like that. People who just put their name in like bright font in the photos. I feel like it's obnoxious. All right, Joanna, we see you. Not hitting you up. Okay, so there were some people who did understand me. Okay, Brian, he said maybe, who knows, maybe he's doing a piece on black women in photography. Oh, either way, this doesn't offend me the way that some other things have offended me on this thread, whether it be black or white based. I don't think anyone should take offense. I don't think anyone should take offense to it, to be honest. There will always be racism. This isn't racism, in my opinion. And those who know me know that I have no qualm calling people out. Okay. See, and people didn't read the post. I feel like because I said I'm looking for a black female photographer for a project. Not that I necessarily needed somebody to take the photos for me. Of course, it doesn't matter who is behind the lens, you know. But if they're in front of the lens, it matters because I'm trying to portray a certain image. Somebody said maybe she should be a Supreme Court justice on the side. Like, bro, what? I love when people argue in the comments though. It just makes me feel like I said something to get y'all real mad. You know what I mean? Like you came back to the post to go argue with somebody else on it. Like I ain't correcting y'all. Like it's okay to want. Miss Shireen says, Miss Shireen, I'm also clicking on the profile photos of all these people who comment to just to see what they are. Eileen. Miss Shireen says, it's okay to want a black photographer as many other races have seemed to make black people washed out or too dark in the wrong lighting. Fair, right? As a photographer, fair. I want somebody who does black people because I'm black because, you know, y'all get my lighting right. Jack says, I identify as a black woman. And the next comment says, yeah, but do you identify as a photographer? Comedy. I mean, I feel like people are looking for a reason to get offended at this point. Like, Pat says, what's racist? Yo, and then, my man Pat. I don't know who you are, Pat Morgan, but if you out there, respect. Pat is in the comments fighting hard for me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking, all in all, Pat was in the comments fighting hard. What's racist about this request? Racism exists because people like you don't realize that black women have a much harder time of being hired instead of being happy for somebody who's trying to level the playing field. You're upset that white women are not candidates. Racism doesn't exist because of people of color. It exists because people still think like you do. Gwen said, I think it's terrific that somebody wants to hire a black woman artist, a group of artists that are entirely underrepresented. To be honest, bro, I don't know any black woman photographers. I don't know any black woman that does videography. Like, I feel like this is a field that's like strictly. I just don't know any. Keep it a buck with you. And when I posted this, I still don't know any. Like, I'm looking for the community of black women photographers, videographers, and that such. And after this post, I got 160 comments, and I still don't know any. Samantha said, most of the people complaining aren't even photographers. Duh. People just looking for a reason to be upset. A black man wanting to support and patronize a black woman artist is not racist. But a lot of you idiots in the comment section are. Hope you find what you're looking for, sir. Thank you. Anyway, there's 160 comments on this post. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see this is strictly Rockaway group chat, and I wanted to say that like at the end of this post, I still haven't found a black photographer. I don't know any black woman photographers that live in Far Rockaway. Keep it a buck with you at all. I don't know any black women photographers. Period. I've never met any. And I'm a videographer. You know, I've been in the field for some time. I live in New York City, and I just think the field is entirely underrepresented. So I was looking for a black woman photographer to do for a project. I'm sure at the end of this video I'll have a bunch of, I don't know a lot more, but at the time of this project I still don't know any. And so, yeah, I just really think that like there's two Rockaways. There's the old head white racist Rockaway, and a lot of these posts, I don't think, I'm not defending y'all. Like y'all see what it is, and this is like the mindset of people in in this area. Rockaway is not a huge place; it's a small community. It's very community based, but like this is the mindset of Rockaway. Like Rockaway is not as forward thinking as we thought. Like there's the undertone of Rockaway, like the people that's been here for a while, and the older people, and and I really feel like I'm still looking for a black woman photographer. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I just had to get that off my mind. I got some new podcast equipment. Check us out at Clip Mode HQ. Instagram page. You guys can use this beautiful studio for a low cost. We are trying to make some money. And thanks for watching.